Welcome to Rogers TV Community News Durham. My name is Kiana Alvarez. Our top story this week is that friends of the teen killed 40 years ago plead to officials not to grant temporary absences to the murderer. 40 years ago in 1986, Reyes was convicted of sexually assaulting and killing a 14-year-old Scarborough boy. On March 2, 2026, Reyes was released on an unescorted 72-hour temporary absence permit in Oshawa. Reyes has also been approved for 2 more 72-hour unescorted temporary absences to be used by the end of the year. 2 friends of Darren spoke at the Whitby Council. Oshawa is set to honor its 14 firefighters who have lost their lives in the line of duty with a permanent memorial at the Oshawa Valley Botanical Gardens. Leah Avitova has more. And let's take a look at this week's Crime Stoppers of the Week. Road worries are at the top of mind for Ontarians. A new survey from CAA South Central Ontario shows 8 in 10 members are concerned about the state of the province's roads. Logan White-Co has more. If you're traveling to work or heading north this week, you may experience some delays on your drive. A total of 13 road closures began on March 25th, with some lasting until mid-April. Here's the full list, and as you can see, some major routes are being worked on, so make sure you plan and give yourself lots of time. Highway 401 eastbound throughout Durham will see some slowdowns, and on the west side, you'll start seeing some crews here and there, starting in Ajax all the way to Morningside Avenue in Toronto. And if you're heading north, you'll spot some slowdowns along Highway 12 between Talbot River Bridge in Ramara and Atherley Road in Aurelia. And in Port Perry, Highway 712 will have some lane closures between Reach Road and Line 8, and between the 9th line and Highway 47 10th line. And we'll have more for you after the break. And welcome back. The Assembly of First Nations welcomed the return of First Nations artifacts from the Vatican in Italy. The repatriation of 62 cultural artifacts was part of the reconciliation works, which began under Pope Francis and is continued by Pope Leo XIV. At an event at the Museum of History in Gatineau, attended by First Nations chiefs and elders, a small number of artifacts were unveiled for the first time since arriving in Canada in December. Big news from our local emergency services today. The municipality has officially appointed a new fire chief to lead Clarington Emergency and Fire Services. Bradley Lamport will take the helm starting on March 30th. Noah White has more. The Ontario Hockey League is saddened to share the passing of former player Jacob Winterton, gone too soon at the age of 25. A native of Whitby, Winterton played 2 seasons in the OHL with the Flint Firebirds and Oshawa Generals, recording 37 points over 125 games. He developed through the Ajax Pickering Raiders program before continuing his hockey and education at the University of Guelph. Known for his dedication and love of the game, Jacob's impact extended beyond the ice. His younger brother Ryan continues his hockey journey in the NHL with the Seattle Kraken. The OHL and the Oshawa Generals extend its deepest condolences to the Winterton family, friends, and all who knew him. Adam Dunphy went one-on-one with the Oshawa Generals manager to talk about the season. With the upcoming Easter long weekend, the region of Durham is reminding residents of changes to curbside waste collection. In Ajax, Brock, Clarington, Pickering, Scugog, and Uxbridge, residents who normally have Friday pickup will instead have their waste collected on Saturday due to Good Friday. Residents are encouraged to download the Durham Region Waste app or check their collection schedule online. Waste services in Oshawa that normally have Friday pickup will instead have their waste collected on Saturday. For residents in Whitby, your Friday pickup will be moved to Monday. Regional waste facilities will be closed over the holiday, reopening with regular hours the following week. And we'll be back after the break with more on what's making news this week in Durham Region. And welcome back. Let's take a look at some events that are happening around the region. The Oshawa Firewolves' first season is nearing its end. Austin Colley tells what you can expect for the remaining home games. The 2025 to 2026 OHL regular season is in the books. And while playoff action is about to heat up, the spotlight is also shifting to the league's future stars. The 2026 OHL priority selection is set for June 12th and 13th at Slush Puppy Place in Kingston, marking the draft's first in-person return in 25 years. Before that, the draft lottery goes live April 1st at 2:30 p.m. on the OHL YouTube channel, deciding the first 4 picks. 4 teams are in the running. The Oshawa Generals lead with a 40% chance, being followed by Erie with 30%, Brampton at 20%, and Sarnia at 10%. And that's all we have time for. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Rogers TV.